Hello Scorpio, welcome to Divine Debut. This is your first half of 2019 reading, January through to June. Scorpio, thank you for your patience. I am also doing the second part of the year. They will be uploaded on VIMEO in the next couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks. If you need to purchase it, they will be there. I will announce when they're up and running so you know. If you are desperate to go and watch them. If not, in June I will be uploading that second reading for free on YouTube. So it's up to you what you want to do. Hope that you're all doing well. Thank you so much for your support, for being here. I'm using a lot of cards. In the description box below there's a lot of information which cards are being used, as well as links to other videos. Hope that 2019 has begun well for you. January is eclipse time, so today's the 24th of January, and we've had two eclipses, one on the 5th or 6th and the other one on the 21st. I think it's, 21st anyway. So we're working through a lot of hard energy still. It still is eclipse time. It's a very karmic time. Now I'm looking at the astrology roughly for each month. So just a bit of astrology on January. Venus and Jupiter are conjunct. They're together in Sagittarius. Jupiter is very strong. It's its home sign. So Venus is together with Jupiter. And both Jupiter and Venus are having a beautiful aspect across the zodiac to Aries, where Mars is. Mars rules Aries. So this is the lovers, Venus and Mars, they are lovers. They've always been together, on and off, the story of everyone's life. So Jupiter is there. Jupiter is a blessing. So what's going on in your life right now? One thing I want to tell everyone, that at this time we've got beautiful, beautiful energies happening in the sky, but you can be, because we've got polar opposite energies, you can either be in the really negative place or in the really positive place. I don't know. For each and every person it's different. We've still got a lot of Capricorn stuff going on. Saturn, Pluto, the South Node are there. So the South Node is very, very karmic. The nodes are karmic. The nodes of the moon, they are. So the South Node is in Capricorn. The North Node is in Cancer. So it's fated times, and we're dealing with family, home foundation, as well as career, authority, the boss, the law. Okay, Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node are up there. Now Mercury's just passed over Saturn, then Pluto, then the South Node. Mercury, poor little Mercury, has been through such hard times in the past few months. He's finally freeing himself. He's ready to dip his toes into Aquarius in about 3 hours. Today's the 24th, as I said. In 3 hours, Mercury will be feeling much better in Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, and Mercury is all about, perception, logic, all about the intellect. Now the sun is there at 3 degrees. So if you're a cross-watcher and you're Aquarius, happy birthday. Happy birthday. So we've got Neptune in Pisces. Chiron is almost at the end of Pisces, finishing up a cycle. Whatever wounds, whatever heartache you've been through, this is a completion time. Uranus is completing in Aries. Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is the electricity. It does rule Aquarius. So Aquarius is the genius. Some of you may have started something that's really ingenious, and it's going to be moving into Taurus around 16th of March, if I'm not mistaken, and that's where a lot of grounding will take place. Now, I think we're standing up for our values with Uranus moving into Taurus. A lot has happened because Uranus was in Taurus. It moved back into Aries. And, you know, it's dancing over the cusp, Aries, Taurus. From what people have told me, you know, it's been hard. So the fact that Uranus is still at 28 degrees and 44 minutes, it says that we're still dealing with things. And Chiron is at 28 degrees and 50 minutes. So a lot of finishing up cycles, especially with the eclipses having, we're having gone through the eclipses. We're just on the 21st, we had a full moon lunar eclipse on the cusp of Leo and Cancer. So I'm telling everyone in August, back in August 2017, when we had a major full moon lunar eclipse in Leo, what was happening for you then? I feel as though this last eclipse in Leo Aquarius is referencing back to that time of August 2017. Something is completing now from back then. So I can see from my own experience, you know, people have written to me and told me they've had major life issues, problems, changes happening then. Now, this is a completion point, thank goodness. It's time to love that inner child of yours, yourself, your heart, the child within, with the North Node in Cancer. Okay, and the North Node is retrograding. It's going backwards in the horoscope. So I will let you know in the next months. It's going from 26 degrees, the North Node, and the South Node, they're on the same degree. So the North Node is going from 26 degrees and 45 minutes. It's going backwards. It's actually retrograding, which is quite normal for the nodes, for the moon's nodes. So let's see, dear Scorpio, what is happening for you? Like, what is going on? One thing I know and I want to tell you is that Venus and Jupiter are in your second house of what you have. There are blessings through your second house. Now, the second house is also, it's like the physical body. So be careful you don't expand your waistline. Venus is beauty, love, money, anything that we love. So something could be happening with what you love, something to do with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going on that adventure. It's, you know, you've got something that you're wanting to accomplish, right? And you're spreading your wings to foreign places and people. You may be educating yourself. You may be becoming the educator, the teacher, the guru. It's a very spiritual house, Sagittarius is. So seeing Jupiter and Venus touching together, being together in your second house, I'm thinking money is coming through projects. Money, things that you love are coming in for you. And I think that it's a very benevolent time for you, dear Scorpio. So let's look at your cards. I'm taking two cards for each month. Let's begin with January, even though most of January is almost over. See how it resonates for you. This is the Emperor, the Seven of Cups. February, the Tower. Looks like the changes are coming for you in February for a lot of you. The Chariot, beautiful. March, the High Priestess. And the Eight of Cups. April, the Nine of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. I'm sure I had a combination like this for another sign. Was it Cancer? I think they had these 2 cards in the May position. I can't remember. Let's look at May. We've got the Fool. And we have the 3 of Cups. May is your month. May, so the end of April and May are your months. Just like Virgo and Pisces, we had ups and downs in the cards, in the messages. Let's see what else we've got for June. Scorpio, wow. 2 of Cups. So after the 3 of Cups, you have the 2 of Cups. And then there is that offer of love, the Page of Cups. Oh, wow. Beautiful. I think Scorpio, so far, your cards are the best out of the rest of the signs that I've seen. So glad to see that for you. Let's take some more cards. Okay, I'm taking the Karmic and Dharma. It's only a major arcana card. See what's playing out in each month. Okay, Scorpio, in January, the Hanging Man. February for Scorpio, we have the Hermit. And that's the Virgo card. March, we have the Star, Aquarius. April, we've got the Death card. And Libra, I think Libra had the same card. They had the Death card here in the same month. So if you're on the cusp with Libra, have a look at their reading. You could receive more information from it. Let's look at May, dear Scorpio. May. The Wheel of Fortune. I did say that May is looking like your best month. Looks like in May is when Jupiter will be giving you what you have worked hard for, what you deserve. Let's look at June, and we've got the Fool again. That is beautiful. This is a beautiful combination. May and June are looking grand. Absolutely beautiful. Let's look at the astrology. So in January, you've got the Hanging Man, which is Piscean energy. You may be dealing with someone who is Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All the signs that I mentioned, you need to remember that it could be Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now here I've got Cancer, I feel, and this is where the North Node is. The actual eclipse was on the cusp of Leo, Cancer, so I feel that, it's funny, I just said, I feel that, and the card is called Cancer, I feel. So I do believe that it's these eclipses that are bringing in some changes, some sacrifices to do with family. Let's go on to the next card. February, sorry. Scorpio, February. And you have Pisces, I believe. I was just saying that you're probably dealing with Sun, Moon, or Rising Pisces. I said it in January. Cancer came out. Let's look at March. And water element sensing. Wow, you are so intuitive, Scorpio. You can feel things shifting and changing. Let's look at April. 9th house and faith. That's right on top of your card, the Death card. Now, May for Scorpio. And we have solar eclipse revolution. May. We'll be looking at the month of May, and I have a feeling it is talking about the solar eclipse. So, you know, the solar eclipse is happening, the next solar eclipse is happening, and it's a total solar eclipse happening on the 2nd of July. So I guess that in May, you're already starting to feel the eclipse coming on. Let's look at the month of June. June for Scorpio. Pluto transformation. This is your ruler. Wow. Scorpio. Wow. Unbelievable. This is incredible. Now the full card here is showing the sign of Uranus, as you can see up here. Usually we say it's Aries. Yes, the Fool is the beginning of the zodiac. And what a circumstance that Uranus is actually in Aries now while I'm doing your reading, even though in June it will have moved into Taurus. You could be also rebelling. As soon as Uranus changes from Aries until Taurus, and I'm going to check when that is exactly, because with all these dates, it's just too hard to hold on. I think that it's March the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, but I will be looking at that, of course. Let me take a romance angel. Scorpio and in love. What's happening? Dear spirit guides and angels and universe. Archangel Michael, please enlighten Scorpio on their love life from January 2019 until June 2019. One card for each month. This is January, obviously. We have children. February. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, here it's children. All right, so your love life is being affected by children. Let's look at March. In love, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this is Capricornian energy here. Now the eclipse of 5th or 6th of January was in Capricorn. So yeah, 2 months down the track, obviously it's still you know, the energy is still playing out here. So what's going on in Capricorn, in the house of Capricorn for you, is making you feel stuck. Let's look at April. April for Scorpio, and we've got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Now this is very Leo-like energy. Leo likes to play. Cancer likes to play. Cancer is the inner child as well, but because Leo is the sign that is the child that wants to play, that spends a lot of time playing, whereas Cancer is the youth. It's more, how can I say it? It's more the toddler, the 2-year-old, whereas Leo would be the 8-year-old child, right? So let's look at what's happening in May. May for Scorpio. True love. What did I say about May for you? This is amazing. You are the only sign up to now that has gotten this card. Let's go for June. June and Scorpio. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so Scorpio, just like, you know, letting you know that whatever is happening in your life, whatever is happening in the sign opposite yours in the zodiac, which is Taurus, is affecting you quite importantly. So Uranus will be moving into Taurus soon. So that's going to be very interesting. Of course, it touches on everyone's life. It's just that it's your karmic house, the house that is opposite your sign. So let's just see what Spirit has got to say for each month starting January. And we have Find Your Center. I will read the card. in a minute. Let's go February. February, memories. Memories. March, ground yourself. April, you are not alone. It seems that the same cards keep coming out. May, a father's love. Now, we've never had this card before from all the signs that I've done up to now. Very nice. And June, a child's love. Yes, we've had that. We've had this card. We've had a mother's love, but not father's love, a father's love. So, okay. Let's take a chocolate message card as well. And the messages are very interesting, the way they tend to speak on a similar level with the rest of the cards. So, spirit guides, angels, Scorpio, 6 cards, 1 for each month. Let's go. January. And we've got new baby, chocolate, birth. February. Strawberry cream, romance. March. Sunday, creativity. So it's a chocolate Sunday, yeah? Let's look at the month of April. Biscuit, harmony. Beautiful. We haven't had this card. No sign has had that card. I think the rest of the cards have come up. Let's look at May. And we've got butterscotch. Yes, integrity. Another sign did have this card. And one more card for June. Freckles and friendship. One moment, please. I'll be right back. Okay. I just forgot to mention that you can also watch your Venus and your Mars. If you're a female, you watch your Venus. If you're a male, then you watch your Mars. Now, for those of you that are familiar with your chart and where your natal North Node and South Node are, you can watch those as well, okay, because they are destiny, and destiny is playing out here. So it's a good idea to do that if you have the time, of course, because these readings are a little bit longer. Unfortunately, it cannot be helped. There's a lot of information. Hopefully, it is appreciated, and we don't watch year-long readings every day. So I'd like to also mention one thing, that if you can hear a hissing noise in the background, it's cicadas. It's very hot where I am. So I remember in some previous readings, people were saying, oh, it sounds like a rattlesnake or something like that. They are cicadas. It's summer here in Sydney. So let's look at the cards. We've got the Emperor and we've got the 7 of Cups, which is, the 7 of Cups is Piscean energy. You've also got the Hanged Man. So you may be dealing with a Piscean individual, someone who's got strong Aries or Taurus. Now, you could be dealing with someone who could be your boss, someone who is above you where you work. The Emperor is someone who is a leader. They can be quite restrictive, quite strict. Their persona, they come across as strict. So you want to be on their side, not against them. If this is a rival, I don't like your chances. So just take care, because it's very Saturnian, the energy that comes along with the Emperor. Now, the 7 of Cups is very foggy, very difficult to see through. There are choices here, choices that you may be needing to make. Maybe, because this card is the things are up in the air card for me. And being the eclipse month, it's just been very, very rocky. So you could have the Pisces in your chart. Could be your North Node, for instance, that's in Pisces. Your South Node would be in Virgo, correct? So there are choices here, but and sometimes it's good to have choices than not have a choice. So this is a number 7, and as I say, always sevens always speak of the divine for me. The divine is giving you choices, but you have to, you know, probably take a chance, either that or meditate and see which cup is best suited to you at this time. Now, the Emperor is a number 4, which can speak of your stability and your home. This could be a father, that's an Emperor. He is looking towards the past. So even though we don't have any retrogrades here, from what I know, Jupiter is in its shadow period, like it's moving over the degrees that it will be coming back to. It will be revisiting this time. So, you know, have a look and see what is going on for you in January, what you're living in January, and see when Jupiter goes retrograde, which will be for about 4 months, then you probably will have the chance to revisit what is going on here. All right, so whatever is happening here is very karmic. If we add the numbers here, we've got a number 4 and a 7. They equal number 11. 11 is it's a master number, and it's like you're opening that new door. You are beginning something new. It's as though your life is taking on a new perspective, a new path. And, you know, it's so with a new baby, if it's not an actual baby, then it is something new that you're starting. Let's look at the Karma Dharma. And we've got the Hanging Man, which is a number 12. Now, 12 breaks down to a 3. So the Hanging Man, again, Piscean energy. We do have Chiron that's finishing up in Pisces, and that's past life issues, wounds. Maybe you've been hurt, and this is the karma. You need to wait. If you're waiting on things to work in your favor, then you can be certain that the divine is taking care of business. It is, as I said, a karmic time. It could work out really well for you, therefore it's Dharma. Now, there could be a sacrifice which is asked from you in January. And as I said, the Hanging Man being Pisces, Pisces can be the victim. Pisces is the completion. Neptune, as you can see here, the ruler of Pisces, is at about 14 degrees. Now it is squaring with a difficult aspect across to Jupiter and Venus. Now Venus and Neptune are of the same sort of material. Let's say Venus is the lower octave of Neptune. Neptune can be really tough, but it can be the divine as well. So it is spirit. Now Jupiter and Neptune will be squaring for most of the year. And I feel as though there's going to be good and bad with this aspect going on. Just recently we've had Saturn and Mars. Saturn in its home sign of Capricorn, which is really strong, squaring off, which is a difficult aspect, to Mars, which was really, really tough. I don't know what happened for you in the past week, but for me, it's just, you know, something really, really hard came about for me, and I hope that you're all dealing okay with what was going on in the past week. Let's say roughly around the eclipse, I want to say, the eclipse of the 21st. So from what I know, we're going through that birth canal, okay? We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and there is light there, but you know that when we go through difficulty, we come out the other side to a new, better place. It's as though we're coming from the dark to the light at this time. So hold on tight, people. Stay strong and just, you know, try and be patient. The Hanging Man, that's what it's asking for. And always try and see things from a different perspective for your own good. If it's really tough, you need to change the way you look at things to give yourself strength. Now here we've got Cancer, I feel. So some of your feelings may have been hurt. Cancer is the inner child. Cancer is the home, the family. So there could have been family issues, sacrifices to do with family. Cancer is also ruled by the moon, and the moon is the mother. So any motherly issues, okay, I feel says that you've got a strong intuition. Now the Hanging Man does receive the information from the divine, so you are downloading at this time. Feel into that energy and try not to take everything at face value, not to take it too heavily. Cancer's feelings can really be hurt when they give and they give and they give and they don't receive back. So, you know, just know that the energies that are playing out for you are playing out for everyone. So we're all in the same boat. We need to give a little bit of leeway, a little bit of space to others as well. Okay, now this is a number 16, which would be the Tower. And the Tower is so much like the eclipses, right? Something happens suddenly. I don't know for you guys, but for me on both eclipses, something happened major. Both eclipses. When we're talking on the eclipses, we're talking exactly like a couple of hours before or after. So hopefully everything's been okay for you. Now, the 16 breaks down to a 7. Again, it's a divine number. Let's read the spiritual card. Find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside of you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your activity starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So you need to take a little bit of time off if you feel as though you're not centered. Okay, when we're not centered, we're out of whack. So we will not be in the right frame of mind and the emotional place to be the person that we're meant to be. We could be acting out of character at this time. And this is for all of you out there. Let's see what the Children card says. Children says, your love life is being affected by children. Now that means obviously either these are your children or they're the children of your partner, or as it said before, and we've got Cancer, which is the inner child, maybe something's happening in your life personally where you're revisiting your childhood. And as I said, with Chiron at the last degrees of Pisces, it can be a tough time. The house of Pisces is a very spiritual house. And it is very dark and mystical, so you don't know what Chiron will be bringing up and finishing up with. So any childhood conditioning, if you don't have your own children, could be coming up in the month of January. Past issues from when you were a child and matters to do with family. Now we've got the new baby here. So for those of you that are falling pregnant, then of course this will be affecting your life. A new child will bring on brand new energies. Now new baby could also be, I suppose it could be something new that is being born for you. You're starting something new. Let's read what the card says on the back. Take a glimpse. New baby chocolate. And it says, new beginnings are on offer. This is a great time to welcome and accept opportunities and new ideas that you know you can bring to life yourself. You have planted many seeds and now it is time for them to germinate, grow and prosper. Put all your thoughts and ideas into action. You are ready, so there is no need to hesitate. The time to start is now. And the affirmation is, I give birth to new opportunities with faith and trust, safe in the knowledge that I am fully supported every step of the way. So yes, this card is saying that you are not alone. You've got the divine behind you. You've got support. And there is a birthing of ideas, of whatever it is for you personally. This is a wonderful energy to have. So there's a sense of newness here, obviously. For those of you that are receiving a promotion, you may be stepping into the Emperor's throne. You may be becoming the leader. And the Seven of Cups can speak of disillusionment, being having, bright ideas, and through those, of course, there could be choices that you're needing to make. Just be careful with the square Neptune and Jupiter. Sometimes with Jupiter and Neptune, Neptune is wearing those rose-colored glasses and Jupiter expands on that. So you may even be feeling a little bit boastful at this time. Try not to get too excited to the point where if things don't work out the way you wanted them, that bubble is going to break, it's going to burst, and you could come down a few steps, and that won't be nice. So just keep yourself grounded, keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Let's go into the month of February. Okay, now Venus has moved from Sagittarius into Capricorn. It's exactly on top of Pluto. So there is some sort of a change in anything to do with your values, projects, and anything that you love, even your love life. Okay, on the 23rd of February, Pluto and Venus are exact. Now, when Venus is on top of Pluto, I suppose she can be in a way just like she was when she was retrograding in Scorpio. Remember that time not long ago, 3 months ago, let's say? Venus was retrograding in Scorpio, and she was like the dark side of Venus. So be careful. Be careful with your energy. Be careful with revenge, vengeance, anything like that to do with, what is Capricorn? It's your career. It's also the authority in your life. It's also the way people see you in the world. Now, through love, you could be transforming and your status could be changing in the world as well, because you've got romance here. You've got romance here, so we've got the potential for good things in love here. Let's see what else we've got. The sun has moved into Pisces, so the illuminary, the sun, which is beautiful energy, is illuminating things in Pisces, which Pisces is the occult. Pisces is anything to do with magic, with spirit. Now, Mercury has moved over Neptune. So, Mercury is going direct. He's getting ready to move retrograde. So, he's like trying to bring out the information that's been hidden. He's trying to make logic of the havoc, the confusion here. Thank God the sun is in Pisces as well. That's going to help. Now, Chiron has just moved away from Pisces. Congratulations. If you've got Pisces strong in your chart, then Chiron, the wounded healer, has moved away. You may also have become the healer yourself over these last 7 years that Chiron has been transiting Pisces. So Chiron has moved into Aries now at 0 degrees and 15 minutes. So this is a brand new cycle. He's going to be there for about 8 years. So you'll be working through issues and trying to have new beginnings, right? Aries is the beginning. It's the warrior. And it's fiery, right? It's a sign that acts. It's spontaneous. So it's very different to Piscean energy. Let's look at your cards. And I want to say before I continue the cards that Uranus is practically It's on the cusp of Aries, Taurus now. There are still no retrogrades in the month of February. Mars is in Taurus. It's just moved over Uranus. Now, Mars and Uranus, when they get together, Mars is at 5 degrees. Uranus is at 29. Fire and air can speak of explosions. So, you know, rebelling, fighting for what you want, aggravation, and, you know, doing things very differently, striving for, what's the word I'm looking for? Striving to stand out, because Uranus is different. They like to do things different. Uranus is heaven, right? It is heavenly. It is that high up in the sky that it touches on the heavens. Now, with Mars moving over Uranus, know that whatever you're striving for, working hard for, you've got the support from the divine here. And, you know, maybe it's a time to let go of what you do not value, what is not right for you. It's time to let it go. And look at this. Wow. We've got the Tower. For me, it's Uranian energy now. Others say it's Scorpio. So this is a drastic change. The Tower here is the energy from the eclipses of January. Quickly, there is a major change. Sudden lightning strikes could be happening as well with Uranus moving into Taurus. There could be heavy thunder and lightning as well. But whatever the change is, there is movement. We've got the Chariot, which is a number 7. It is the divine. It's the divine fixing things, shifting the tectonic plates, as I say. Could even be an earthquake. We could even hear about an earthquake, and I'm not saying it's going to happen only to you. There is change here, and this can be a physical change or a metaphorical change. Now, the Chariot is overcoming obstacles. It's a number 7. Again, the divine is shaking things up in February for you. And this could be in relation to your house, because Cancer is your foundation. It's the inner child, maybe through some traumatic experience, and this won't be for everyone. You could have a growth spurt. The inner child needs to become grown up here in the month of February. Let's look at what else we've got. We've got the Hermit, and the Hermit is Virgo. Now, Virgo is the discriminator. Virgo picks at things, looks at the finer details. The Hermit is someone who goes within and seeks information, wisdom. This could be someone that you are speaking with. They may be advising you. This could be a spiritual leader that some of you may be talking to in relation to whatever is going on here. Now, this could also be someone who deals with the church. I would like to say someone who is, as I said, very spiritual. He's a guru. So I don't know if some of you are taking or embodying the energy of the Hermit. As you can see, he's in meditation here. He's looking for the answers from the divine. So he is aligned with the above, the divine source, and he is accepting and learning from the downloads. Again, there is a strong connection in January, February for Scorpios in relation to, you know, receiving information from spirit. Whatever movement is happening here for you, I believe that you've already seen the picture, you've meditated on it, and it looks as though, yeah, it's going to help you find the information. Taking time out will help you overcome whatever is happening for you right here in February. Let's look at some more cards. And we've got Pisces, I believe. Now, it's funny that you've got Virgo and you've got Pisces. Now, I was saying that Virgo and Pisces, they're on the same axis. So they are karmic partners in a way. We can call it like that. I'm not saying that that's your partner, but it's the sign that's opposite. They're the signs that are opposite each other. So, you know, Pisces has got a lot of the same as Virgo. So I should put it differently. Whatever Pisces is missing, Virgo has it, and whatever, and the other way around. You get what my drift. So the Hermit and Pisces, they were the north node, north and south node before Leo and Aquarius. So we could be talking 3 years back. You could be revisiting 3 years back, 3 to 4 years back, what was happening for you. And the words I believe do talk about, you know, your faith, what you believe in, how you believe. Maybe that is what is changing for you. I feel as though your beliefs are being changed here for some reason, through natural causes, through physical manifestations, through life in general, through what you're living through at this time. I believe that, and there it is, I believe that your beliefs are being restructured here, and especially having Jupiter in Sagittarius, faith and our beliefs are on the forefront. Now Pisces is a number 24. That is a 6. Again, it speaks of the house of Virgo. Virgo is also the house of health. Some of you could be just slowing down, going into hermit mode. Maybe there is a healing necessity here. Maybe you're finishing up with what you're trying to heal within yourself, within a relationship, within your home. Anything like that can happen with these two cards here. Now Virgo is very prominent, sun, moon or rising. Pisces as well. It's either Pisces or Virgo. And we've also got Cancer here, as well as Uranus. So Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. Again, I'm going to mention Aquarius here as well. Let's look at the romance angels. Retreat, and it's time to disconnect from the world. And that's like the Hermit. You are disconnecting. Some of you are taking time out with your partner. If you are in a relationship, you may be going on a retreat, a spiritual retreat. Maybe you need to heal through that. Others of you could be just taking time out and, you know, going away, spending time with your partner. This is beautiful. And again, disconnecting from the world, because I feel as though the energies are very, very strong here. Very powerful energies. Let's see what the spirit message is. Memories. And it was, I think, Libra that got the card memories here in June. So again, you could be on the cusp with Libra. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. This is beautiful. So when we talk of memories, we're talking of someone from your past, someone who could be a soulmate that you are amongst in February 2019. This could be a friendship. This could be a love relationship. Maybe you feel that you're in a soulmate connection here. Even twin flame, I will say, for some of you, not all of you, because I feel, yes, soulmate is more important here, because we've got true love here in the May position. So as I said, it's going to play out differently for everyone. Let's see what this strawberry cream chocolate romance card speaks of. Could this be a friendship that is turning into a romance? I suppose it could. And you have not realized, probably in the month of February, that this is true love. But it could be the beginning. Okay, so let's read the card. It is okay to feel reluctant and shy. View the world through romantic eyes. Open your heart to tenderness, even when caution and tradition are encouraged. Be a loyal friend to others and yourself. Embrace nostalgia and sentimentality. A time of happiness and childhood memories abounds. There you go. What was I just saying about childhood memories? Return to your youth, honor your inner child, ring an old friend, organize a school reunion, approach a new opportunity with a childlike eagerness, welcome all opportunity with childlike excitement. And the affirmation is, I honor my inner child and give it all it needs to stay nourished, healthy, and happy and young at heart. So this sounds very much like Cancerian energy. That's where the North Node is. You are moving towards that energy. It's obviously affecting you very strongly where the North Node is here in the position of February. All right, let's go into, and I'm not mentioning the moon because the moon moves, very fast. So I'm just looking at random days of each month for the general bigger transits, okay? Let's look at March. Now, in the month of March, Pluto and Saturn have come closer together. Pluto is practically right on top of, it's just a degree away from the South Node. So the South Node is letting go of past life issues, things that are known to you, things that are familiar. Letting go of karma as well. The South Node is very karmic. And being in Capricorn, again, it could be the father, could be the authority, could be anything to do with career as well as your status. Okay, so also anything to do with the law. Now, Jupiter is still direct. It's at the 23rd degree of Sagittarius, and it's, the square is not really, with Neptune, it's not strong here at all. It's very faint, so, we may have more clarity in the month of March, not seeing overblown pictures and overblown situations in the month of March. Now, Venus has moved into Aquarius. It's moved towards the end of Aquarius. Neptune and Mercury are together exact. Okay, so, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. It's all about looking at the details, the messages, the communication. Maybe there is a spiritual alignment, strong spiritual alignment, where you receive the messages from Mercury, who is the messenger. Now, Chiron is close to the sun in Aries. It's Aries time, so it's the solstice, right? So, the sun being in Aries, it's like a brand new cycle. It's like the beginning of the year practically. Uranus is at 0 degrees 55 minutes of Taurus, so it's moved into Taurus. Hopefully it will be stabilizing there, even though we're still on very shaky ground. Uranus can be tough. And Mars is towards the end of Taurus. It's still there. It's getting ready to move into Gemini. So, Mars is powering away. It's very strong. It's actually trining up to Pluto. So, wow, both malefics, Mars and Pluto, which both rule Scorpio. So this is a very, very, very important time, the month of March for you, Scorpio. And it is a sextiling over to the North Node, so that's beautiful. Destiny is abound. Destiny is at your feet. Let's look at the cards. And we've got the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. Again, very strong spiritual cards. Even the Eight of Cups for me is a very strong spiritual energy. The High Priestess is all about secrets. She is the moon goddess. We've also got the moon showing up in the Eight of Cups. Now, The High Priestess is a number 2. She's trying to find the balance, but she does hold on to secrets. She has a deep knowing. Okay, it's as though we've got the new moon and the full moon here, because the moon goddess, she usually has that new moon crescent at her feet. So I would say that at the beginning of the month of March, you're feeling into your intuition, you're trusting and having faith in what you believe to be true. And end of the month, there is some sort of letting go, moving, literally, metaphorically, again, emotionally. Whatever it is, you're looking for those 2 of Cups. You're looking for some sort of a contract, an agreement here, a partnership, business or romantic. Could it be that... Now, I'll come back to what I was saying. The High Priestess, again, is Virgo Pisces axis. So you're still working through those energies. Some of you with the 8 of Cups, you're moving towards the past, going to the past. You're picking up something that you missed, something that you did not know. You will be learning by taking on that adventure, going on a quest. I feel as though you're looking for that partnership. There is some sort of movement for an agreement, a partnership here. Let's see what else we have. We've got the Star card here, which is a card of healing and hope. The Star is a wish come true. It is something that could be at a distance that you need to go and visit. You know, we always, with the Star card, it's an illuminary, right? So there's a lot of illumination here in relation to anything to do with social media, anything to do with love. Venus is in Aquarius at this time, and anything to do with projects or what you value. What are your values here? I would say that some of you could be dealing with someone who's quite psychic, and that you could be going to visit a psychic in the month of March. Maybe you're needing a reading. You're looking at your... you feel as though you're not on the right path. You've got burning questions. The Star card, of course, is Aquarius, and Aquarius is the genius. You could be coming up with a brand new idea here that's going to behoove you, that's going to work out to your advantage. Now, whatever you are rebelling against, whatever you've started, it feels as though you're going for what your heart desires, what you want, and that's because you've got the bigger picture. You can see the truth. You can see the truth. You're way ahead. Your thinking is way ahead of others here in the month of March. Now, we've got water element and sensing. Now, the water element is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The water element speaks of strong intuition. It could be an emotional time for you. There's also water in the Star card here. So the water element does say that you need to trust that intuition of yours. The Star card is a healing quality, so if you've been hurt by any situation here, it could be a time of healing for you with the water element. Let that water wash over you. It is a number 4. It could be, again, you could be dealing with family matters, even a mother, your mother, whoever is taking on the energy of your mum, your protector. And we've got, in the Romance Angels, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. For those of you that have got addiction problems, be careful. Water element can speak of drowning your sorrows. Not a good idea, especially with Jupiter, you know, being in a difficult aspect with Neptune. Yes, of course, it's not happening strongly at this time, but you may be working through the energies of, you know, the past month. Now Mercury and Neptune are there, so Mercury is bringing up information that has been hidden. Mercury is also the understanding of the spiritual world. So I feel as though with the water element and your sensing, whatever codependent situation you're in, which could be having you looking for escapism, because that's what Neptune is in Pisces. It's all about escaping a situation. This here is very physical energy, and the water element is more sensing. So if you're having trouble with your physical realm, then some of you may be turning towards, escapism in whatever way that could speak to you. If you are dealing with someone who's got strong Capricorn and they're being very heavy on you, then it's time to say goodbye. The South Node is in Capricorn. It's right on top of your ruler. You've got the power, dear Scorpio. You've got the power. If you are the healer here and someone else that you're dealing with is codependent with some addiction, then you should power up. You should be there for them. This is the time where you can be of service to others, help others. Okay, so I want to say that for those of you that are dealing with a partner that's at a distance to you, then it could be that career is holding you back, but your intuition is screaming out to you that you need to, let go of the career and go for what your heart desires. Go for that inner child, have fun. This is not an easy energy, this card. Let's see what Spirit has got to add. Ground yourself. And being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. So yeah, that's what the message is. Maybe that's why you're codependent. Maybe you've been working too hard. It's time to ground yourself so that you can see what the truth is. There is a lot of water element here. It's going to be a challenge for you, I believe, March is, in this sense. In getting grounded, that's what I'm saying. Okay, chocolate sundae and creativity. Chocolate sundae. Unleash your creativity and open your mind to positive energy, and things around you will start to fall into place. Join an art class, redecorate your home, update your wardrobe, or change your career so you may feel freer to live your own life in your own creative style. Now that's what Sagittarius and Uranus are all about. Freedom. So if you're feeling bound and chained from whatever situation in your life, even too much work, then it's time to let go a bit. Give yourself some time, make it a priority that you look after yourself, because here it says that, yes, you are very creative. Maybe you can come up with an idea as a solution, okay? You may also be very creative with work, and with the Aquarius card, the star card, your creativity may be being noticed by others at this time, but you have to have a healthy balance of career and your inner child, okay, for you to be able to move forward. Now, the affirmation is, creativity comes naturally to me. I'm open to new ideas and concepts. I enjoy the satisfaction that comes with my creativity. So that's the message here. So let's go on to the month of April. Okay, now in April, Jupiter is retrograde. It's at the third decan, so the last 10 degrees of its home sign of Sagittarius. Obviously, it's going back. So it's a time of finding those jewels, that you left behind whilst Jupiter was moving direct. It's a time to go within, redo things. Okay, that's what retrogrades are all about. Now, the North and South Node have moved to 20 degrees, 20 plus 46 minutes. So it's practically 2 degrees away from your ruler. Pluto and Saturn, again, are practically 3 degrees apart, so they're still all up there. Just letting you know that Jupiter in December will be joining these big malefic planets, Pluto and Saturn, in Capricorn on around December 2nd or 3rd, right? So that's going to be a lot of Capricorn Christmas time in, when we're changing onto from 2019 to 2020 is Capricorn season. There's going to be a lot of Capricorn. So we might as well get used to it now. So we've got Neptune still in Pisces. It's moved a bit. Yeah. Chiron and Venus are conjunct. They're together. Mercury's passed over Chiron. It's rushing through Aries. So Venus and Chiron in Aries, you're dealing with, matters of love and what you love, especially what is of value in your life, what is important for you. You're working through those issues. And you've got, you're the warrior. You've got the energy to do this. So don't worry about that. Then we've got Uranus and the Sun together in Taurus. So the Sun is illuminating what does not work for you. What are you breaking down? What are you not valuing? What ideas have you brought out to the world to show to the world? This is a time for you to be up on stage and show your talents. Show your genius mind, dear Scorpio. Even though you're a water sign, I believe that you're deep thinking. You are powered up by Pluto. You do transform. It's as though you change. You've got, you're the snake that sheds its skin. You are very powerful. So Mars is in Gemini, halfway through Gemini. So it's right across from Jupiter. And, Gemini is all about communication, short distance travel, siblings and neighbors, small groups of people. Gemini loves to communicate. Now, with Mars being there, be careful you don't you're not too passionate with your communication. Yes, you may be dealing with small projects. You've got the power. You're doing wonderful. But just try not to be too aggressive. Okay, so let's look at the cards. And we've got the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So worries around love, wounds around love. Okay, the Ace of Cups is that hand of God offering you a new beginning in something that's going to make you very happy. Whether this is romance, this could be a new relationship for some of you. For those of you that could be finishing up with a codependent relationship here, someone who was quite narcissistic. You feel as though you're going to be left alone, but this is all up in your head. Something new is coming through, and it may not even be romance. It could be just something that is making you emotional. This is an emotional new start. You're overflowing with happiness. So it's funny to have these two cards together. You've got a 9 and a 1. They do equal a 10. So I believe that there is quite a change. This is the midpoint of the, roughly the midpoint of the eclipses. So I believe that there is a lightening of the burden mid-month of April. You're letting those thoughts go, behind. You're leaving your worries. Something is coming in to make you change your perspective, I feel here. Let's see what the Karma card is. Yes, it's Scorpio. So there's transformation. Change can never be easy. Okay, you're letting go of what did not work for you. Now, Uranus is here in Taurus. And Taurus is your karmic partner. So the Sun being in Taurus, the Sun is helping you heal. It's helping you close the door on something that's past and open a brand new door here. So here we've got the 9th house and faith. It's a number 33, does ring Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about faith. Now the Hierophant, which would be the card of Taurus, your karmic partner, the Hierophant is all about faith as well. So the 9th house does speak, it's the natural house of Sag. So the 9th house could be, you could be dealing with furthering your education, going on an adventure, talking about the truth, standing in your truth, becoming that guru, teaching others. Maybe you've become the teacher here. Maybe this is the chance that you're being given to be able to teach others, share your wisdom, because there is wisdom here. That's what the snake represents as well. So, and you know, the snake's venom is used to make medicine. So I believe that whatever you are doing within your beliefs, your faith, you're holding on. Maybe you have got support from the church, from other spiritual friends, people around you. Death can never be easy, but the 9th house could be also, you know, foreign places and people. The 9th house is all about faith because it's the house of Sag, right? So what's happening in your 9th house? For those of you that are familiar with your natal chart, what do you have in your 9th house? And the 9th house is, of course, it's at the highest part of the chart. So it's something like a goal that you're looking towards. Playfulness is the romance angel. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So it does say try not to take things too heavily. Try and move into the energy of playfulness. Lighten up the energy here. Maybe once that cup comes in, that offer of love that's coming through, that will make you move into a more playful energy, right? Maybe you're feeling strong, dear Scorpio. Maybe you're turning into that child. You're looking to yourself. You're looking to love and nurture yourself. Now, you could have someone that's doing that for you here at this time. Let's look at what Spirit has got to say. You are not alone. And it says, we are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. And this is a very, very powerful message. With this card here, you know that you're protected, which is lovely. Absolutely. The chocolate message is chocolate biscuit, harmony. Now, harmony speaks of balance. Let's see what the card reads, because I'm not sure if I've taken this card before. This card represents a need for fairness, balance, and harmony. This is a karma card. This is the karma card. The law of cause and effect, where all people and events around you are connected. Balance your life and remember that not everything is a direct result of your own karma or actions. You may need to deal with the results of the actions of someone else, and this can be difficult or demanding. A time to stay soft yet hard, soft on the inside but hard on the outside. In other words, a time to action some tough love. Don't blame yourself unnecessarily. And the affirmation is, I create balance and harmony in my life. I am at one with the law of the universe, and I drift with the ebbs and flows. So yeah, this says that it's a karmic time. Now with the death card, of course, that's very karmic. Scorpio, you know, the house of Scorpio is other people's money, banks, wills, loans, deeds. It's also the house of sexuality, sexual intimacy. The house of Scorpio can be quite deep and dark. And Scorpio can can be quite rough because it holds back a lot of information. It doesn't open. Scorpio people do not open up that easily. I believe that because, of course, they're a fixed sign. So I believe that people who hurt you cannot get through to you very easily after that. It's as though, you know, you keep that wound hidden deep within. So it's a time to, you know, listen to what the card says. It's a time to stay soft yet hard. Soft on the inside but hard on the outside. So you need to embody the energy of the crab. I suppose the Scorpio as well. The crab is more, it's murky inside, you know. It's got the heart, a heart of gold. Cancerian people have got a heart of gold. Let's go on to the next month. What I wanted to also add here, for those of you that are going through divorce, because of the Harmony card, you could be going through legal issues. Libra is the 7th house of partnership. It's other people. You're trying to find your balance. And again, sometimes you have to go through the legal system to do that. So yeah, Harmony can also speak of general balance, balancing out your life, which is good. Libra, again, is other people. You may be dealing with a lot of people here, but know that you've got the support from people that have passed on, your ancestors. Let's look at the next month, the month of May for Scorpio. And we've got the Fool card as well as the 3 of Cups. Now the Fool is rushing straight into the Death card, which is, you know, a change, as well as the Ace of Cups. And it's willing to take a risk. You are willing to take a risk on love, on a new cycle, new karmic cycle in your life. For those of you that have finished up in the month of April, you've finished up, you've completed the karma. This is a brand new, you're celebrating a new cycle. Some of you may be just taking a risk on friendship, doing business with others, bringing 2 partners in. The 3 of Cups can be a celebration. You're going out. You're having a lot of fun. Maybe the leap of faith that you take, whatever it is, dear Scorpio, in May, it's going to bring you to propose a toast. There is a celebration here. Let's look at the astrology. We've got Saturn and Pluto 2 degrees apart, 1 degree apart, I should say, so they're conjunct. But they're both retrograde as well as Jupiter at 21 degrees. So there's some weird energy happening here. Weird energy between Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn. Now the square is getting tighter with Jupiter and Neptune. Be careful with disillusions and illusions and things like that. You've got a chance with the retrogrades, the 3 big planets, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, all retrograde. You've got the chance to work through things. It's a time of going within, working, putting your best foot forward as soon as these planets start to go direct. So you're fixing things. You're putting things into their right place. Okay, so Venus has moved into Taurus. She's very strong there. She rules Taurus. She's moved over Uranus, so there's some sort of a surprise coming through in the month of May to do with your projects and things that you love. Something that you've created, that you've been a genius with. Something is happening suddenly at this time. Now the Sun is in Gemini, so a lot of clarity, a lot of conversation. Mercury is very close. Yep. There are many conversations that we will be having and finding out information. Mercury is still direct. Mars is still in Cancer. I shouldn't say still. Mars has moved into Cancer. And it's quite murky in there, so it doesn't move easily. It's not that happy there. And Mars is moving towards the North Node, which now, North and South Node, they're at 18 degrees and 30 minutes. Now, Neptune is still at 18 degrees 30 minutes. They're exact on May 24th. So the North Node is trining over to Neptune. This is the divine. This is spirit putting you on the right path. Now, number 18 is the number of the moon. The moon is the mother. The moon can also speak of romance. The moon can also speak of the fear of the unknown, because Pisces and Neptune is the unknown. So, but I feel as though you're at the end of that, because number 18 is a 9. Nines always speak of completion. So let's look at the rest of the cards here. Wow. Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got the Hermit in the month of February, and then in the month of May you've moved up one notch from a 9 to a 10. Now the Wheel of Fortune is completion. This is Jupiter at retrograde mode, bringing in the gifts for you. So what does that tell you? Jupiter is lucky even when it's retrograde, and it's very, very powerful. Now this is, of course, Sagittarian energy. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Money, romance, celebration, foreign places and people, celebrating a graduation. Maybe you're beginning a new cycle. It could be qualifying for something, graduating here. Nevertheless, Jupiter is beautiful. It's foreign cultures. It's very worldly as well. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got the solar eclipse and revolution. And that's number 44. That's the spirit guides and the angels. 44 is a lucky number, and it's a master number. Now, whatever is happening with the eclipse, as I said, we're having a full moon solar eclipse, a full... what am I saying? Let me just have a look. I just want to make sure that I've got it right exactly. I don't want to give you false information. A new moon, I should say. Okay, so it's a total solar eclipse, and that is on the 2nd of July. Okay, so that would be the new moon. So you're starting something new here. Now, it's at 10 degrees of Cancer and 38 minutes. So 10 degrees, 38 minutes of Cancer. That's happening on the 2nd of July, but I believe that the energies here are still important. You're feeling it already. Now, the next eclipse is on July 16th. Partial lunar eclipse now. And it's at 24 degrees and 4 minutes of Capricorn. So we're talking of the Cancer Capricorn axis. Now revolution says that you're doing something differently. This is like speaking your mind, doing something differently. It's very like, just like the Uranian, the Tower moment up there in February. This, I feel, is probably still you're being affected by what happened in February, and that could be up to mid-February. This is like going back there, revisiting that. So you're in between eclipses here. There is some sort of a revolution where you're breaking out, breaking free. So look at it's very circular. The shapes are very circular. You're revisiting the past, I would say here. Okay, the solar eclipse. Solar eclipse is in Cancer. So, and that's on May the 24th, roughly around the second part of May. I would say the energies playing out here. Let's see what the romance angel, wow, solar eclipse is bringing you true love. Now, true love. Look at the way she trusts him, the way she's lying on him, on this gentleman. This is the romance of a lifetime. So you are kicking up your heels. You're finding true love. You are doing something differently. You are being put on the right path here for love. Obviously, you've deserved this. This is the energy from the divine. This is the support of the divine. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's a very, very lucky month. The month of May, dear Scorpio. True love is very Leo. So the solar eclipse is a very important time for you. You know, years ago when people didn't have the knowledge, they used to see a sight like this where the sun was blocked out by, you know, the shadow of the earth. And they were actually very frightened of this sight. So for you, it looks as though this is going to bring you success and celebration. So do not fear. Obviously, this is saying that you weren't on the right path, and that's why that you're receiving the help from the universe here. Now, here we've got a father's love in the spirit world. Let's see what it says. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So I don't know if you are close with your dad or maybe he's with you through spirit. This should give you strength, even knowing that he is thinking of you, even if he's at a distance to you. Now, you may be, for those of you that are finding your true love, this person could be a father, okay, he's got a young child, so that could mean that through the spirit message, that this is a person who knows what it's like to be a dad, so they're very open with family, maybe have the experience of family. Let's read what the butterscotch chocolate card says. It says integrity, and I'm sure that Libra had this as well. Let's read the card. This card represents integrity, dependability, and trustworthiness. Just be careful not to become too self-absorbed or judgmental. There is a richness in your life that does not depend on money or material obsession. Take a deep look inside and see where life is offering you joy and abundance. Your family and friends find you dependable and trustworthy, but can you find those qualities for yourself when you need them? There is a richness in my life that brings me everything I need. And it does speak of integrity, which is Saturnian energy. But don't forget that Saturn brings in, it also brings longevity, stability into our life and dependability, right? So Saturn is very physical, you know, it's earth quality. So that's why you can depend on Saturn. You've gone through the lessons, you receive the lessons, you've got the support. That's what Saturn can do. It can be support. Now, if you're the Saturnian energy for others, if you're the one that's been through the lessons, then you may need to be the support system for someone else who needs you at this time. Let's go on to the month of June, which is the middle of the year. Okay. Now, the sun's moved into Cancer, so it's moving closer and closer towards the North Node. Obviously, that's when the eclipse will take place. I was saying that the eclipse will be taking place at 10 degrees and 38 minutes of Cancer. So obviously when the sun gets to 10 degrees, the moon will come and, you know, catch up with it. And that's where the eclipse will take place in Cancer. It will, you know, it's very close to the North Node. That's why it's an eclipse. Also, we have Venus in Gemini, and she's right across from Jupiter. So she's opposing Jupiter. Jupiter is still retrograde. And it's funny that we have Jupiter at 18 degrees, Saturn at 18 degrees, and Neptune at 18 degrees, and they're all retrograde. Now, they're not exactly with the minutes, but they're very, very close. You know, less than 1 degree difference. So that is it's like the choirs coming together, you know. We've actually got 4 big players: Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune, all retrograde. So it's retrograde season here. Uranus now has moved to 5 degrees and 36 minutes of Taurus. So it's quickly moving through Taurus. Now, Taurus, as we know, is, you know, it's our values. Taurus can also be the earth. So Uranus can be freaky weather. So that could be happening in parts of the world. Just look out for that. Uranus brings in change, radical change. So let's see what, you know, as above, so below. Now, Mercury and Mars are conjunct in Cancer. They've moved over the North Node. So, you know, this is strong communication. Be careful again with aggressive communication with family members, people that are close to you. Be careful with that, because all the energies, we've got the Sun, we've got the North Node, Mars and Mercury all in Cancer, and they're opposing all the way across to the South Node, Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, which it is Capricorn, Cancer season, but Capricorn is affected obviously because it's the sign opposite. Let's see what's happening in the month of June for Scorpio. We've got the Two of Cups and an offer of love is coming through. Now, if this is business, you're already partnered up with someone. It looks like a third person will be coming in to join. And I did say there was celebration with 3 people here. Could be 3 partners. Now, if this is love, there is a meeting of the minds and the hearts. There is also some sort of a message, which could be an apology. This is another offer that's coming through. Maybe you've got, maybe you have teamed up with someone, a partner, a romantic partner, and you've got another offer of love coming through from a Piscean person, more than likely, sun, moon, or rising. Now, this could be any other sign, but it's an offer of love that is unexpected. Now, it's an offer of good luck. Look at the seahorse sitting right in that cup. This is beautiful. The illustrations here are amazing. So there is love here. This is soulmate energy. Let's see what. Okay, so it could be your partner is offering you something, because true love, you have it here. It's coming in now. For some of you, it may not have shown up in the month of May. Could be right on the cusp of May and June, let's say. For each and every one of you, it will be different. Please write to me and let me know what is happening for you. Now, here we've got Karma. We've got the Fool, which is a new beginning, Aries energy. And Uranus is here. So Uranus is doing things differently, shocking people with your actions. What are you starting? You're starting something different. You're starting a new cycle. And I believe that what you start is going to be blessed. The offers are coming in, new job, promotion, new working within a group here. Venus is in Gemini. Gemini is small groups of people. Collaboration, yeah. And let's see, Pluto transformation, number 11. Pluto is your ruler. You are transforming, as I said, new love, new work. There's a lot of newness in the month of June. So I'm really happy to see that. Pluto is retrograding. It's giving you the time to work through issues. Okay, once Pluto starts to move direct again, it can be really strong energy. It's like, and Pluto is very, very karmic. So Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, and Scorpio speaks of other people's money, right? Anything to do with intimacy. What is your darkest, deepest in your psyche? That's what Pluto is. You are transforming. It's as though you're being reborn here. You're being a different person. You're going to be a different person. What do we have? Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Yeah, Scorpio, just let go. The divine is taking care of business for you. Don't feel as though you need to be on top of everything. Let it go a little bit if you've been pushing for transformation and change. Don't push it away. Let Pluto do this for you. Let your ruler guide you. Now here we've got a child's love. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. Some of you may seriously be thinking of children. Now, I'm going to say there's one message out there. Someone has obviously lost a child. Obviously, you're a bit older. You've lost a child. I think it's time to let go. You need to transform your life. You cannot be taking this pain and this anguish with you forever. Okay, this karmic wheel, the karmic wheel of Jupiter has turned. You're on a new path. It's time to nurture, love, and give to yourself. I'm not saying forget, but just let it go. Okay, because you can't be living with this wound forever. Chiron is now in Aries. It's time to, look at yourself. Aries is the I am. Okay, whatever has happened was meant to happen for a reason. Let's look at the chocolate freckles. Friendship. Let's look at the card and the message. This is the card of friendship. Deep soul connections await. An old friendship may take on a new meaning. A long-standing relationship may rise to an elevated level of trust and deeper bond. A card that suggests partnership, be it on a romantic, business, or friendship level. Remain open to new opportunities emerging from friendships new and old. Keep your eyes and heart open as you take on the new partnerships. Remain vigilant in total trust and all will be well. I am always open to new opportunities coming my way. I develop strong partnerships with those that are close to me, and I trust in the process of where they will lead me. So trust is a major theme in the month of June. You need to trust. Just like the Fool trusts and takes that leap of faith, it's time that you're taking a risk. You're starting on a new journey. You're going on that adventure. And you need to do that whilst Jupiter is retrograde. As soon as Jupiter starts to turn direct, he only has a short time to finish up with his gifts. So what you're looking at now whilst Jupiter is retrograde, it's a perfect time to receive the abundance. Whatever has been forgotten, left behind, it's a time for you to find those lost gems, those lost jewels in your life. Okay, so take advantage of that. I think that they are the messages, dear Scorpio. As I said, May and June are your months, beginning from end of April. Overall, it doesn't seem like a hard reading. It seems like a pretty good reading for most of you, I believe. With the Tower here, I'd love to know what that speaks to, what that's about. You've got the Chariot, so there's a breaking down of whatever was not working for you. You're up and you're going. You're in the driver's seat. Maybe the divine put you there. So take those reins and go for it. If you need to move, you do so. Literally and metaphorically, you're on the move. So there are major changes coming in the first part of 2019, dear Scorpio. I'm wishing you luck with it. Whatever you're doing, congratulations on all that you achieve at this time. It's a wonderful, wonderful reading. Love is finally coming in, coming home, and it could also be someone from your past, someone that you knew maybe from a previous life, and that would be the twin flame. If it was from your childhood, then again, this is someone that you trusted, once trusted. It's time to open your heart and trust again. Okay, so I will leave you with that. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. You do a lot for me, so therefore this is me giving back to you. Sending you lots of love, dear Scorpio. I'm hoping to be able to give you guys a free timeless reading soon, because your views have been quite good, but Libra and Capricorn as well as Sagittarius have just, you know, beaten you recently. Let's see how we go with these readings. Wishing you all the best. Talk soon. Bye-bye.